Speedway Anywhere on Blog Talk Radio/Speedway Anywhere with your crew chief, Q.
Hey, race fans, come on in. Speedway Anywhere time, where checking past is a good thing. Speedway Anywhere at youtube.com/Speedway Anywhere. I'm your host, Quentin. So hopefully by the time you see this, Mother Nature has moved out and the California races are in the books. It's a Sunday morning as I speak, so who knows when you might see this. Be sure to check out the upcoming Speedway Anywhere episode about the details and whatnot of the ongoings at California Speedway. There's still a lot to iron out on what's to come over there, but one thing I do know, there will not be a race there next year. I wanted to get to a topic about the past champions provisional rule. And if it's time to bring it back, once upon a time, as recently as just over 2 decades, that's 20 years, it's 2023. Let's press rewind to 2003. Anyways, 2 decades before the new point system was put into place, the Chase. A driver who missed the field yet was a former champion was able to use the past champions provisional to secure a spot in the field. This also got to be known as the Darrell Waltrip spot, as he would start at the tail end of the field rather frequently. Now, this didn't necessarily guarantee a starting spot, as Waltrip found out. He found himself on the outside looking in 1997. This was the first time since his Cup career began. Terry Labonte didn't make the field on time, and the provisional went to Labonte due to the fact that he was a more recent champ, and that was in 1996. So Terry got the spot. So Waltrip set out the weekend, and the rest is history. I'm sure it's something he never wants to forget, but there were more after that. But where I really want to go with this is Jimmie Johnson. He secured a spot at Daytona based on making a qualifying speed that was good enough, and one of the top 2 who didn't have a charter to guarantee him a spot in the Daytona 500. And but he was able to rest assured, no matter where he finished in the duels, that he would be starting in the Great American Race. But what if? What if 7-time champion Jimmie Johnson, who was attempting the Great American Race, had made the speed, had made the field? Of course, not every weekend has more entries than available starting spots. But Daytona almost always does. I think it's time we implement the old championship provisional rule that would have guaranteed him a spot. I mean, come on. There was people traveling near and afar after Jimmie's retirement to come and see him in the Daytona frickin' 500. But anyways, let's also look at recent news that Kurt Busch is most likely soon to be medically cleared after concussion protocol and do some one-off starts. I'd love to see Kurt Busch back on track after his career got cut short. Now, how would this work if him and Jimmie Johnson both didn't make the field on speed? Well, it would mean that Jimmie Johnson, being the more recent champ, would take the spot. Unfortunately, that's true. Highly unlikely, but that is the way it would work under the old rule. But yeah, all the past champs have charters, so no worries there, whether it's Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex. Yes. So I also need to mention that the field has been shrunk from 43 to 40 since the old Waltrip rule was in place. I call it the Waltrip rule, and I love Darrell Waltrip. I do. But they just couldn't qualify for a flippin' race. Most weekends, only the 36 chartered teams show up anyway, and occasionally one or two that fill out a couple spots in the available open four. So it's not always an issue. But some of these Jimmie Johnson will be vying for, namely the Chicago Street Course. If I'm not mistaken, there will be a handful of road course ringers, curiosity seekers from, SCCA, IMSA, you name it, and the IMSA series will be on the same track that weekend. So it'd be a damn shame if Jimmie didn't make the field. So I don't think anything's going to be done about the Champions Provisional by then, but I'm going to leave that point at that. So here's to hoping Kurt Busch gets to return to action. Here's to Jimmie Johnson making the field every time he comes back. Even a Jeff Gordon appearance. That'd be cool. Past champion, Jeff Gordon. Tony Stewart, by the way. Past champion provisional. That'd be cool. So let me know what you think about returning the past champions provisional and comment below, please. If you haven't, let me know what you're thinking. Subscribe to the channel and keep up with everything that is Speedway Anywhere. The more subscribers I get, the more I make an effort to make this show even better. So let's do the damn thing. So I'm out.
Speedway Anywhere on Block Talk Radio, your source for stock car, IndyCar, or anything, no matter how many wheels.